Always a pleasure. I can tell you one thing. My cousin Elise is hanging out with this dude, Craig. Craig is he's a bodybuilder. He's 51 years old. He's chiseled from stone. I never have to worry about anybody messing with my cousin because he'll just crumble them up into a little ball like they're paper and just throw them aside. So always good to see you guys in the house. Tell everybody in the family I said happy 4th. I'm not really sure if it's still a state in the U.S. anymore, Joe, but I figure worst case scenario, a couple of more earthquakes and it's out to the Pacific and we don't have to worry about it anymore. Well, I'm hoping they succeed from the country because then we can make Puerto Rico a state and we wouldn't lose any illegal immigrants that way. But, we'd still have 50 states, so we wouldn't have to erase a star. Maybe we can make, like, the Bahamas another state because, anywhere tropical, I'm in. Okay, real quick, I'm going to keep pushing this because, I need the money. Sponsors, shout-outs. I need sponsors for cheerleading. Joe needs sponsors for cheerleading, too, and so does Anthony. But I need sponsors for cheerleading. So anybody who wants to donate, by all means, it's up on my page, on my Facebook page. Anything $0 to $25 gets you a shout-out. Plugs, $25 gets you a couple of weeks' worth of plugs. A month worth for $50, 3 months for $100, and a year for $200. We already have the great people of RZ Supply Beacon up in Mahwah at 2733 Franklin Avenue. Feel free to give them a call for all your roofing and siding needs. I'll be plugging them later, but if you're listening now, give them a holler, 201-529-3300. That's 3300 for you liberal millennials who don't know what 3300 means. Give them a call. Tell them Ed from the Alpha Male Show sent you. They'll give you great discounts and pricing on roofing, siding, insulation, whatever it is you guys need for the outside of your house. Maybe even some stuff for inside, too. We sell everything, for crying out loud. If we don't have it, we can get it. If you want to stop up and see me during the week, Monday through Friday, 7 to 4:30, I'm there pretty much every day. They don't let me take a day off. They just yell at me if I do. So, except for this morning. This morning I locked my keys in the car like a moron, and I had to wait for my daughter to bring me the keys so I can go to work. That was a fiasco in itself, and my boss is still making fun of me. I should text him and tell him I'm live on the air because he always forgets because he's a little retarded. He went to the same high school as I did, which was Lyndhurst High, so I give him a pass on all that. Just ignore me while I'm texting him that I'm live. There we go. Now he knows. Maybe he'll chime in again. All right, I'm gonna jump on some stuff. We're gonna get into. No, Rich, I got to be honest. I can't imagine too many liberals listen to me, but you'd be surprised at how many actually do, just so they can yell and scream and holler later. You know how they like to troll. And, I'm getting, just on Facebook alone, I'm getting 300-400 views a week and get 100,000 listeners plus on hMILTONRadio.net. One of them's got to be leaning to the left a little bit. And, I got to bring this up. It drives me nuts. And I was going to bring it up in a, hey, Carrie Pepe, Carlo in the house. What's going on, Pepe's? The Red Hen, they refused to let Sarah Sanders sit down and Huckabee have dinner. And I gotta think, between them refusing because they don't like conservative values, and the right side going, hey, we're not going to bake a cake for you because you're gay. Aren't people in business to make money anymore? I mean, honestly, I got to tell you, I'm here to make, you do stuff to make money. You don't do it to tell them, hey, look, hey, thanks for offering me money, but no, I don't want your money. Just beat it. I mean, People want to come sit down and eat in your restaurant, let them come and sit down and eat in your restaurant. People want to bake a cake. What do you care what they're doing behind closed doors? They want to blow another guy, let them blow another guy. Who cares? Okay? Their money is just as green. You want to know why we have to press 1 for English in this country? Because the people who don't speak English, their money is still green. Should they learn to speak English? Yes. You're in this country. Learn to speak the language. But let's face it. Money is money, and let's all earn some money. Let's get back to earning money. Let's get back to everybody trying to get rich. Let's get back to the American dream. Okay? No work and pay. That is the American dream. That came straight from moonlighting, not from me. Sandy's in the house. Rocco's in the house. And my boy Johnny Umberto is in the house. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. But that's my take on the Red Hen and the bakery, which I don't know the name of, out in Colorado, who didn't want to bake a cake. For crying out loud, I don't care what you do. If you want to sponsor me, if you want to come and send money to my daughter's cheering, I will take the money and I will read your plugs, because it's all about making money. Exactly, Rich. It is not American to turn down money. Rich Rez is a DJ. This guy is one hell of a DJ, and let me tell you, if a bunch of gay guys came up to him and said they want to do a Blue Oyster Cult birthday party, by all means, is Rich Rez doing a Blue Oyster Cult birthday party. I even see him in stirrups and a little cowboy hat. Cynthia Dawn is in the house. What's going on, Cynthia? Always a pleasure to see you, darling. If you want to plug your site, I know you're pushing your site and all that, Cynthia, so feel free to comment here, and I'll give it a shout-out. I know you're selling fireworks and webcams and all that stuff. Cynthia is, let me tell you guys, if you don't know who Cynthia is and you haven't seen her, by all means, follow her on Facebook, follow her on Instagram. This girl is drop-dead gorgeous. She's one of the most beautiful women I've ever laid my eyes on. By all means, follow her, check her out, buy fireworks off her. I want to blow things up just because I know what she looks like. My God, is she beautiful. Yes, she was Miss New United States Showgirl of the Year. What is more gorgeous than that? She is beautiful. See, Rich does a ton of gay events, like pro wrestling. Hey, wait a minute. Well, Cynthia, my pleasure. I'm glad you enjoy the show. I'm glad you enjoy hanging out with me and talking to me. I can't wait till you're dancing in a club near me so I can come out and see you. Jesse, what's going on? I'm gonna bring up something that needs to be brought up. And this is the greatest job in our entire country. But first, CynthiaTaser.com. Go to CynthiaTaser.com. I'm going to write that out. I'm going to read that in the plugs later at the close of the show. It's Taser with a Z. What is Z? Okay. I can't spell. I'm a little retarded. But that's okay. Anyway, this is by far the greatest job in this entire world. It's the greatest job in this country, which makes it the greatest job in the world. It doesn't pay. It doesn't pay what you think it would, money-wise. But this is a job that the politicians, that everybody put out there, and it's a job that doesn't get the credit and due justice it deserves. Greatest job in our country, hands down. And they told you it was unfulfilling. They told you it wasn't it wasn't as great of a job as it should be. There's no greater job in this country than being a good mom. Hands down, the best job in this country is being a good mother. They tell you, oh, you have to go out and earn a living. You need to go to work. You can do anything a man can do. Well, let me tell you something, ladies. I agree 100% with the very few exceptions that are out there, like being able to masturbate into a cup to make a kid. There are very few jobs that men do that women are not capable of not only doing, but doing better than we do. Rick Samola, what's going on? But there is no job, but let me tell you something. When it comes to the job of being a mom, No dad can fill those shoes. We are just not good enough to be full-time moms. When we go to football games, or we go to a wrestling match, or we go to baseball and that, dads will sit there and we will watch the game. We will watch the game unfold. If your son is an offensive lineman, or if he's a defenseman in hockey, or if he's playing center field in a baseball game, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, we're watching. As a dad, I was always watching the game. I'd watch my son hit. I'd watch him play the field. But I always followed the game. I always followed what was going on the field. Whether it was the hockey rink, the football field, baseball field, basketball court, whatever it is, I always followed the game. I guarantee you, every mom in the place was following their son playing the whole time. So, you want to say women can do any job that men can do? You are 100% correct. Women can do any job that men can do. And in most cases, they probably do it better than we do. But at the end of the day, there's nothing more fulfilling. Don't let anybody tell you different. And any woman that can raise a good kid, that can raise an outstanding member of society and hold down a full-time job, moms, you aren't just people, you're supermen, okay? Well, super ladies, super people. You're super something. You should have a cape on, okay? So while they're telling you you need to get out of the house and life isn't as fulfilling if you sit at home and take care of a kid and just raise a family, let me tell you something. This country was a lot better off when moms were home watching their kids. And this is not a knock on women in the workplace. This is saying this country was better off when moms were taking care of their kids instead of strangers taking care of your kids. Because nobody cares more about your kids than your mom and dad. Okay, nobody's going to look out for those kids more than mom. This country made it. They worked everything so that both parents will be out of the house. The kids can be brought up in the streets and they're trouble, and you divide the family. That's what this country wants. They want everyone divided. Just like the red hen doesn't want conservatives in their restaurant. And these bakers don't want gays in their restaurant. You know what? Whatever you do behind closed doors is whatever you do behind closed doors. However you feel politically is however you feel politically. But at the end of the day, this country was a lot better off when moms were staying home because they were doing the most important job this country had, and that was raising quality kids. And that's how we had quality people. Now, maybe we were brats back then, and maybe I'm just glorifying what things were back then. But at the end of the day, moms have and are responsible for them. I mean, don't get me wrong, dads do their part. We're a part of their lives. We go to work. We come home. We teach them to play baseball. We try and bring them up the right way and teach them good values. But there's nothing, there will never be the connection that a mom has with their kid. My ex-wife will always have a connection with my kids that I will never have. And that's because she carried them in her womb for 9 months. So I'm telling you, as a whole, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Women, without a doubt, are better at any job we do, more or less, for the most part. I mean, I'm not talking on an individual basis. I'm talking as a whole. Women are just as productive, if not more productive than men at most of our jobs. But at the end of the day, our country as a whole was better off when mom stood home, because while everyone was telling us, hey, this is an unfulfilling job, there's nothing more fulfilling. Okay? Because I work out there. And at the end of the day, any job you're working, wherever you're working, whatever you're doing, at the end of the day, maybe you retire at 60, 65. Maybe if you're lucky, you get to retire a little early. Maybe if you're not, you get to retire a little later. At the end of the day, Even my company, in 20 years, I work for RZ Supply. It's a great company. They treat their employees well. In 20 years or so, hopefully, God willing, I get to retire. And when I get to retire, I move on and the company will keep running. It's my kids who are going to look out for me when I'm done. And my kids will take care of me, God willing, although talking to them, I might wind up by myself in an old age home. But God willing, they will take care of me when I get older. And they're the ones who matter. Your kids matter. Your family matters. Anything else, you have your job. And that's why this country was always the greatest ever. It wasn't because we could compete technologically with Japan. It wasn't because we had China's work ethic and we got all this work done cheap. And it wasn't because we put everything else off so we could just work harder and work harder and work harder. We were the greatest country in the world because we loved our families. We took care of our families. We looked out for our families. Even when they drove us nuts and we wanted to rip their heads off, we looked out for our families. That's a pretty good one, Cynthia. Job equals just over broke. I wish I was just over broke. I'm so under broke, it's ridiculous. I'm not going to eat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still going to eat. But I'm going to say these flags set me back. I had to pay for these flags myself. There's one for every 50 states. So let me just, to wrap this segment, because I don't want to go on forever, because I only get an hour on this show. Without a doubt, greatest job in this world is being a mom. Nothing harder than raising your kids, raising good kids, raising smart kids. It's definitely the job you want. For me, it's just there's one for every state, Cynthia. 50 flags to celebrate the 4th of July. But that's my take on it. Moms, the greatest job in the world, the most fulfilling job in the world is raising good kids. And as long as you raise good kids, you're doing a good job. Don't let anybody tell you it's not a good job. Don't let anybody tell you it's not an important job. It's the most important job in this world, which means in this country, in this world, in this universe, on this planet Earth. Most important job is raising good kids, because the more good kids you raise, the less thugs you have, the less trouble you have, and the better this country gets along. The government wants, politicians want to keep us apart. I could have, but I bought them in stacks of 10, Rich. So California had to be, if you guys saw California off and it sails out into the Pacific, we can always pick up another state like the Bahamas or the Virgin Islands. Something tropical, I'm thinking. But anyway, Mom's greatest job in the world. Let's move on to our next subject, because I don't want anybody to start crying on my show. It's ridiculous. And I'll start tearing up like a big goob. I'm kidding. I didn't like my mom. All she did was sleep all day. Not everybody had good moms. Now, 4th of July is coming next week. So the next couple of weekends we're going to be out. In typical fashion, the great American people of this country will be out celebrating this upcoming weekend and the following weekend, celebrating July 4th. Because, hey, you know, Cynthia's got a point. Topless is optional in San Francisco. Also, Cynthia, if you come in studio, topless is definitely an option. Just saying. But anyway, look at me. I'm all choked up. Thought of seeing Cynthia topless got me excited. Anyway, you want to, for the next couple of weekends, we'll be celebrating 4th of July. Okay, we'll have barbecues, we'll have cookouts, we'll have all this fun, entertaining stuff. Now, I missed that. I miss Cynthia walking through the streets naked. What am I doing here? I'm in New Jersey, for crying out loud. I'm so disappointed in myself. Anyway, as I was saying, 4th of July is coming up. Everybody's going to be doing outdoor eating, indoor eating. You know, you're going to be going out to restaurants. Hey, the Ventosas are here. What's going on, Danielle and Joe? We missed you guys. They won't let me away from the studio, Cynthia. They chain me up in the basement when this is done. They only bring me up from the attic on Wednesdays. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to go with, because this drives me insane. Drives me up a wall. People love to eat outdoors, okay? For 1,000,001 reasons. Now, if you've ever been down to Jersey Shore, there's nothing better than sitting by the ocean in a restaurant that has oceanside view. You sit out, you're on a deck somewhere, you got a nice big meal in front of you. It's just, I cannot express to you how relaxing it is to sit outside somewhere with your friends, your family, whoever you're with, eating a nice meal while you're watching the ocean. Jim, I know you hate eating outdoors. You hate eating. You love drinking outdoors, don't you? Don't lie. So anyway, people love eating outdoors except for Jim. We're going to skip over that. Just bear with me there, Jimbo. People love eating outdoors, and I got to be honest, I love eating ocean views, sitting outside, fresh air. You know, you just got to watch the seagulls, because once in a while you got to crack one if they get too close to the food. But anyway, it's nice. It's relaxing. Mr. Scardino in the house. What's going on there, Mr. Disney? Now there's Hoboken, New Jersey. Anybody ever go to Hoboken, New Jersey? All right, I'm sure there are plenty of places around the. I knew you did, Jimbo. Eating outdoors. Now you go to Hoboken. You go into a city, whether it's Hoboken, whether it's New York City, whether it's, Los Angeles, wherever you are. I mean, I haven't been too many places. They don't let me out of the basement much. But when you eat outdoors in towns like that, what is the allure to eating out there? I understand eating. I see the ocean. I enjoy the ocean. I'm on a deck. I got food with me. I got enjoyable company, allegedly. Depends who's with me. And I'm sitting there and I can enjoy that. Now you go into a town like Hoboken, which I've been to, and you're sitting, they basically put tables on the sidewalk. They put a table on the sidewalk. There's cars going by. There's smog all over the place. You got people walking. As you're sitting there eating, you got people walking through the town of Hoboken. So they're walking through past your tables, and they're cutting through all the tables just to get where they're going. What is the allure to sitting there outside and eating and sucking in all the gas fumes and diesel and everything else? And then there's a horse, the cop comes by and the horse takes your shit right outside the restaurant. And now you're smelling horse shit with a cop going by on the horse, and he's galloping after some bozo on a bicycle, and they come cutting through your rent. And like, what is going on here? What is this allure to eating outside everywhere? I understand eating outside when you're in an appropriate place. When I'm eating outside, I have to smell your car fumes because you haven't got your muffler repaired in 6 years, and it's hanging off the car, and you hear it rattling down the street, and there's gas inhalation going on and all that, and the kids pass out from all the gas fumes. I mean, come on, really, what the hell is going on here? Sorry, I got a little lost. Hey, what's going on, Steve? Okay, as we hit the 7:30 mark, see, I agree, Cynthia. They take parking, they take the big park benches, or they'll take tables, and they put them out in the middle of the street. They put them on the sidewalk, or basically sitting in the street. And these cars are just zipping by, and who's blowing horns, and now they're stuck in traffic, and they're stopped at a red light, and you can just smell all the gas fumes coming out of their 1971 friggin' Chevy Nova. What the hell is going on? I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I understand eating outside if I'm by an ocean or I'm by a lake or somewhere inviting and nice, and it's enjoyable. And quite frankly, I'm going to go down to Jersey Shore somewhere this weekend and either eat poolside or eat oceanside, somewhere where it's nice. But there's no way in hell I'm going to a major city and sitting on the sidewalk while all these cars and streets and horses and cops and everything else and gunfire going over your head. Okay, well, I don't mind the gunfire so much because that makes me laugh. But it's not the point here. The point is, it's just out of control. Okay, if you don't have like some sort of water-based, put a pool out there. Okay, and we'll sit by the pool or something. But that'll be next. They're going to put a little kiddie pool right on the corner, so you think you're eating poolside. Maybe they'll put a little wave machine and give you an ocean view. Friggin' people. That's great. What town are you? You're in like Illinois or something. I would never go outside in Illinois, Michigan, all those places. There's just gunfire all over the place. How do people not get shot? It's like 1 in 10. All right. Hey, it's the 7:30 mark. We're going to do one of my favorites. It's a staple on this show. Every week we name an alpha male and alpha female. This week, we're going way back. We're reaching way back in time. And in honor of the 4th of July, we're going to celebrate by going alpha male, the original alpha male of the United States. Our founding father, the father of our country, George Washington, is the alpha male. And the alpha female is the mother of our country, the lady who not only created and sewed it together, but put together our American flag, the great Betsy Ross, who came up with the fabulous idea of putting stars on the flag because George Washington stepped on a rake and it hit him in the head. And while the stars circled his head, he said, hey, does this give you an... Oh, wait, that was a Bugs Bunny cartoon, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, but Bugs Bunny was playing George Washington, so it must be true. So as I was saying, alpha male this week, the great General George Washington, first president of our country, George Washington. There's a virus perfect. See fewer notifications. You have a virus threat on your computer, Gene.
Really?
Allegedly. I did. I'm not buying it. It sounds made up. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds all made up. So, alpha male, George Washington, alpha female, Betsy Ross. They will be in the end of the year party, the end of the year March Madness, or the Alpha Madness awards in March. George Washington and Betsy Ross will be voted. If they have friends or family still living, you may want to vote for them if you're out there listening. Holy cow. We still don't have Paul Veneer in here, so we can't do the... You're correct. Hector Heathcote did save the Liberty Bell. And Paul Revere ran around going, the British are coming, waking everybody up. Could you imagine everybody waking me? Imagine somebody trying to wake me up in the middle of the night, tell me the British are coming. For crying out loud, I would have... Today, that's like a car alarm going off. Somebody would have just told me to shut the frig up and threw something at them. Meanwhile, the guy's riding through the streets trying to save everybody's life. Your car alarm goes off. The whole neighborhood's saying, shut that off, you jerk off. I thought Ric Flair saved the Liberty Tavern, Jim. He might have saved one of the Liberty Bells. I remember he landed in Philadelphia that time by helicopter. All right, we're gonna go into another tangent because I haven't tangented enough today. I had somebody, and it just drove me nuts. I won't bring up their name because honestly, their name isn't worthy of being brought up on my show, and that's pretty bad because this show is the lowest of the low, and I will rip on anybody. But I had somebody post a dopey question on their Facebook page. And somebody answered their question, and I basically told them, they asked about a specific type of movie that someone will watch. And this lady said, no, nobody would watch this movie. So I turned around and I said, well, not only do I watch this movie, I masturbate to it frequently. Okay, now, I'm a comedian. It was a comedian's page. I made a joke. So all I did was make an innocent joke saying, yeah, I masturbate to this movie all the time. I didn't even say I jerk off to this movie. I said I masturbated because I was being classy. So this comedian's friend who mentions the movie decides to start calling me an immature asshole, which I will give her is predominantly true. But that's not the point here. We're going to look over the fact that I didn't, that it's not predominantly true. We're going to overlook that fact. And I just called her a feminazi cow, which I happen to be correct. Because anybody would throw that big of a tantrum over a comedian making a joke on another comedian's page is obviously a feminazi cow. Now, her friend, who allegedly is a comedian, but honestly is one of the least funny people I've ever spoken to. In fact, she started doing stand-up comedy before I did, and in the entire time I've known her, I've never heard anybody laugh at anything she's ever said. And I'll be honest, I used to ask people to put me on up after her, because if I went on right after her, the audience was just dying to laugh at anything, and I couldn't miss. But she comes out and defends her friend, saying, well, my friend isn't a feminazi cow. I said, fair enough, you're saying she's not a feminazi cow, even though her statements prove otherwise. I didn't attack her, she attacked me. At which point she said, well, of course she attacked you. You made a masturbating joke. You're supposed to be a comedian. I'm making a joke on your page, you cow. Not only are you a feminazi cow, your friend is a feminazi cow. You're both feminazi cows. I hope you graze in the field together and choke on it. That's all I'm going to say on that. And that was fun because they had it coming to them. I didn't even have that written down, but I had to have it done. And I feel better saying it. Real quick, in case you weren't here before and are here now, the Ed Awards, the edawards.com. Go to the edawards.com. Vote for my friend Simone Dana Lustris for Entertainer of the Year. She's good people. She's always got a positive attitude, always got a positive outlook on things. Great spin. She's a great person. Anyone who ever meets her, talks to her, loves her to death. So by all means, please, please chime in and just go to the Ed Awards, register and vote. It's not that hard. It only takes about a minute. And what the hell else are you doing? You can do it while you're listening to me go ballistic. Patty Glover in the house. What's going on there, Pat? They should have voted you into the... They should have gave you that spot on the Board of Ed. That's all I'm going to say on that, Pat. I voted for you, brother. But hey, if you're looking You're looking to get plugs. You're looking to get shout-outs here on the radio, on this show. I need cheering sponsors. I need to raise $1,500. Everything $0 to $25 gets you a shout-out. $25 gets you 2 weeks. $50 gets you a month. $100 gets you 3 months. $200 gets you a year's worth of plugs. It's completely tax deductible, and I don't feel like coming up with the money. I just spent all this money on flags. So for crying out loud, go to my page, find the sponsorship form, download it, fill it out. Just send me the information. I'll fill it out on my end and send me a check. You can Venmo me the money. You can send it by carrier pigeon. I'll come pick it up, whatever you need. We'll get Paul Revere to ride by on his horse. Apparently, no one cares the British are coming anymore. So he'll come by on his horse and pick up the check for you. All that being said, I can't believe Paul Veneer's not here for Eating with Paul Veneer segment. I know why he's not here, because the Yankees are playing the Phillies, and him being a Yankee fan and me being a Philly fan, he doesn't want me to yell at him. And I yell at everyone, so I'll probably yell at him too. Also, I checked out Luke Cage on Netflix. Give it a look if you haven't seen it. Watch both seasons if you didn't see the first season. Second season, I think, is a little better, except for all the bluesy music they play. They play like a bluesy, jazzy thing, which makes me want to shoot myself in the head. But other than that, the series is pretty good. I like the whole Luke Cage thing. Definitely worth a check out. It's not as good as I'm Dying Up Here, which I saw again this Sunday. Excellent show if you're a comedian. Actually, since I'm talking about I'm Dying Up Here, because I'm dying up here at this point, check it out on Showtime. Funny show, great show. If you're a comedian, you have to watch it. It's a must-see. It hits you one way or another. And Dom Irera's character in this is just, I love Dom Irera regularly, and the fact that he's got a bit part in this, he is just incredible in the character he plays of Fitzy. It's great stuff. But let's move along and chime into our plugs. Because without the plugs, I can't pay for all this. Okay, as I said before, RZ Supply, also known as Beacon. I don't even know what name we go by anymore. I'm pretty sure it's still RZ Supply. 27-35 Franklin Turnpike in Mahwah, New Jersey. Give us a call, 201-529-3300. That's 3300. All your roofing, siding needs, just tell them Ed from the Alpha Male Show sent you. And they'll give you great pricing on whatever it is you need. Tell them I'm your cousin. Maybe they'll give you a family discount or something like that. But they were nice enough to sponsor my daughter's cheerleading, so they get a year's worth of free supplies. Plus, they get a tax deduction on the sponsorship. It's completely tax deductible, so definitely worth the shout out. So give them a holler. Also, Mary Rose McGivern, give her a call, 412-901-8420 for all your traveling needs. She just sent my buddy, the Murgatroyds and Scardinos, off to Disney World. She booked my cruise for next June. Anywhere you need to go, on land, on sea, in space. If you're walking there, however you want to get there, she will book you there. She'll get your kayak. She'll get your roller skates if you want to use roller skates. Whatever it is you need, she will get you there. Also, before you go there, I know you're going to be hungry because I know I'm hungry. So go to Josie's Pizzeria. Give them a call, 201-933-1966. Also, go to josie'spizzeria.com if you're anywhere in the Lyndhurst, New Jersey area. If you live there, if you're going there, if you're going to be there, go to Josie's Pizzeria. Tell them Ed from the Alpha Male Show sent you, and they will either give you a free slice or throw you out. All the new people might be going, who? But just ask for Sal or Maritza or somebody who's worked there, or Nikki if she's there. And just tell them Ed from the Alpha Male Show sent you, and they'll hook you up. Also, this week I was just in there. A little story I got about Josie's while I'm in the middle of the plugs. I'm in there this week. And women, while I'm at this, I wanted to segue into this, so I'm going to segue into this. This is sort of a good segue into my into my part. I was at Josie's Pizzeria. Now I go there and I love eating pizza there. I also love their sandwiches, their entrees, whatever it is Sal is making. I want to sink my teeth into it. But while I'm sitting there eating, one of his customers came in and brought in the remains of a chocolate birthday cake. Why do I bring this up? Because women, your men love you. Your men are satisfied with you. Your men really enjoy eating pizza with you. Once in a while, along with eating pizza with you, you should bring your guy some chocolate cake. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you like eating pizza, and we're very satisfied, and it's nice when we're eating pizza. But every once in a while, bring us home some chocolate cake. Hey, what's more American than chocolate cupcakes? Look at that, right in front of all the American flags. There you go. Oh, food must be here because my engineer just got up and walked away. So we are engineer-free today, people. So anyway, as I was saying, once in a while, bring your guy home some chocolate cake. It's not that he doesn't love pizza. It's not that he's not satisfied with pizza. But once in a while, a little chocolate cake on the side would be nice. That's all I'm saying. Also, North Jersey Alliance Football Club. Give them a look. Give them a shout out. They're working with me on my alpha male tournament. We're gonna take that around late August, early September. We're probably going to be working out at Capelli's unless I get a really good deal. I'm waiting on Mr. Scardino to get back from Disney to talk to him, see what he can do for fields. But we'll have that locked down in a few short days. Also, AC Comedy Club. Go to acjokes.com. This July 2nd and 3rd, if you happen to be in Atlantic City or you got nothing to do, make plans and go down there because they have the one and only at the AC Comedy Club. The 2 nights only, July 2nd and 3rd, the legendary Artie Lang. Artie Lang will be there the 2nd and 3rd, so give him, get your tickets early because you're not going to want to miss out on King Artie on stage. Also, speaking of stage, if you need some studio time, 2btbmusic.com. Go to 2btbmusic.com for all your studio needs if you're in the Toms River, New Jersey area. Since we're internet radio, I really got to branch out and get, somebody from Afghanistan or something like that. Because, we broadcast all over the place. But, hey, speaking of broadcasting all over the place, Peoria, Illinois has the legendary Cynthia Taser. Go to cynthiataser.com. This is one gorgeous woman, one of the hottest girls I've ever laid my eyes on. She's just beautiful, tall, thin, just perfectly built blonde bombshell. Totally in love with her. What a great girl she is. Can't wait to go to cynthiataser.com myself. Definitely go there. That's cynthiatazer.com. cynthiataser.com. Also, it's July 4th coming up in 1 week. You know what that means? You're going to be down the shore. You're going to be on the beach. You're going to be enjoying it. You're going to want to stare at girls in bikinis and thongs and half naked if they're in San Francisco. They're walking around topless. How do you get your girlfriend not to notice you're staring at these women? Go to GiselleBella.com and get your girl some nice jewelry because they all like staring at jewelry, and as long as they're staring at jewelry, then that's staring at you, staring at other women. Everyone, we will be eating with Paul Veneer shortly, but he will be hidden behind a bunch of American flags. So he will look very patriotic today. Also, Monday nights. I believe they have one this Monday night. The Uncomfortably Funny podcast from 7 to 9 with Dave Hodjanowski, Anthony Annis, and Shay Farrell. All coming to you from Pet Cemetery Studios, 7 to 9. You never know when I'm going to pop in on the show, so Take a look. Also tonight on Animal House Radio, 8:30 to 10:30. I have no idea who's on because the post didn't come up until after I was on the air. We have
Daphne Maxwell Reed from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She played the mom.
Oh, she's the second mom.
Yes, the second mom.
My friend married the first mom, so I don't know if I could talk to her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my good friend, he was a mechanic. I played softball with him. His name is Larry Kraft, great guy.
Okay.
He actually married Janet. I forget her last name. Her name is Janet.
Right.
They've been happily married for years now. Great lady. She really is. I know her and Will Smith don't get along, but who gets along with Will Smith anyway? And all this fun stuff is brought to you from HMILTONRADIO.net. Who's he pointing at?
Today we have wraps.
Yo, yo, yo!
Not those
Oh,
kind
you
of
meant wraps.
Wraps. Sandwich wraps.
Good, because I can't rap. I'm too white. I have neither a black bone in my body. I'm the only Italian who is so not black. It's ridiculous. I have zero rhythm. I'm so unrhythmic. You know, I'm not white. I'm not black. I have no rhythm, so I can't dance. I'm not white because I can't skate. I got nothing. I'm somewhere in the middle. I have no identity whatsoever. Paul is eating wraps and some sort of salad.
Potato salad.
Potato salad. He also has cupcakes in front of him that look strawberry-ish.
Yeah.
You can't really see him because he's behind all the American flags.
I really made them for your show.
Behind him are cupcakes and wraps. And
Let me tell you, the roast beef wrap is
you made
great.
24 cupcakes for my show. I'm the only one on my show.
You said you were going to have like a barbecue.
Nobody came. I couldn't barbecue. It was raining out. We're going to talk about. I got an idea. I was working on that with Gene. Labor Day weekend, we might broadcast from down the shore. Okay, we're going to get some of the real radio shows involved. Not that Nazi cow who has like 17 radio shows on here. We want shows that'll actually be exciting, that people on the beach will actually enjoy, and actually want to come and listen to and stuff like that. So we're going to have our show. We'll probably get DJ Danny. We'll try and get Animal House Radio down there. And we're, I can't think of any other shows on this network that won't put people to sleep on the beach. So we might be having a broadcast long.
Let me tell you, this roast beef wrap is great.
Yeah, all we got to do is get Ruben to pay his Sprint bill, which is like $400 because, all he does is drive around in Uber. He must be paying for hookers or something. Those male hookers aren't cheap. Male hookers cost a lot of money.
Especially the midget ones.
I know. Midget male hookers, they're the worst.
Half price.
They're half price, but when you stack them up, they get expensive.
They call them little fuckers.
Hey, Monty Mason in the house. What's going on, Monty?
That desk looks like the front of a funeral parlor.
What the hell kind of funeral parlor you go to?
You ever go in there, see how all the flags in the ground?
Gee, I brought one flag for every state, and now we got a funeral parlor going. I didn't do a funeral parlor bit today.
It's only supposed to be 13.
You missed out on me yelling at the red. What do you mean 13? There's 50 states.
Yeah, original colonies, 4th of July was the 13 original.
Who are you, Betsy Ross? Sorry, fans, no one can hear you because Carlo's not on air and he's talking about 13 original colonies. But I have one flag for every state.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be 13. That's why there was
No.
13 stars on the flag.
Yeah, but now if you look, there's 51 for every state. So I bought one flag for every state. Can you follow along with this? Gisela translate for him. He might not understand me. I'm speaking English.
But if you're celebrating the 4th of July, that's the right thing to do. I understand what you're doing. I'm just saying. And I'm just saying.
He's just
Are you done saying?
Yeah,
He's just saying.
Can I go back to my show?
absolutely.
Thank you.
He's just saying.
There's one flag for every state. Look, he just shut me off. Who shut me off? I'm not off. God, why am I not off? I should have been turned off hours ago.
You're off center.
Well, I'm in between the flags, so it's the best I could do.
I mean, mentally.
Oh, well, that's a given. Everyone knew that. Have a cupcake, Paul. Have a cupcake. We couldn't barbecue. It was raining out. And Dave's in California. Chocolate cupcakes, everyone. See, if Danielle and Joey Ventosa came in today, or Darlene and Steve came in today, they could have had cupcakes. but both of them told me to go to hell.
Danielle's getting her book. She'll be coming any day to her house.
I thought you told me you mailed that like months ago.
No, I had to wait for Marion to send me the books.
You told me you had to see this all shady stuff. Hey, Julie Angelina's here. Crowbar in the house. What's going on, people? Glad you guys are checking in. Always good to see you. Yelled at the Red Hen today. I was shouting out to sponsors. Morning, Julie, even though it's the middle of the night here. Yelled at people for eating outdoors in Hoboken or any major cities because who needs all that smog? If you're a Marvel fan, check out Luke Cage. And everybody here, including Gene, should go to the ED Awards, theedawards.com, and vote for my girl, two-time Alpha Female of the Week, Simone Dan Illustrious. Give her a vote for Entertainer of the Year. If anyone deserves to win it, it's her. And, well, that's about it with that. But just, she's really a great person. One of the nicest people I ever met.
She won because of what?
Let's see. She won Entertainer of the Year
Oh, good.
at Monroe's. She won Monroe's Entertainer of the Year this past time. And the first time she was the first ever Alpha Female of the Week.
Cool.
And I voted her just because I'm madly in love with Simone. I love her to death.
Well, that deserves a point then.
Yes, definitely points. but she's one of the nicest people I ever met. And she's such a sweetheart. And she looks great naked. If you haven't seen her naked, you really need to check
I
that
can't
out.
say I have. No, I have not.
Well, then we're going to, hang on. I'm going to find their Twitter page. Don't mind me. I'm just going to look through Twitter. Oh, wait. What am I doing?
I'm sure you have the picture saved.
I do. I do have a couple saved.
I'm sure you do.
I keep them as screensavers.
Screensavers, yes. Keeps you awake.
Yes. You're damn right it does.
Keeps you awake when you're driving and texting.
Yeah. Well, you got to text and drive. It's the brunette.
Nice.
The one in pink hair. You got to see her now. She's even hotter now.
I bet.
Yeah, now she's there she was extremely hot. Now she's just ripped beyond imagination. She started working out and
Like that outfit.
and she's just amazing.
Just give her a whipping. I'm hers.
Oh yeah. I agree. I love the flags too. There's one for every state here, Chris. Apparently Carlo has a problem with that because he's a communist and thinks there's only 13 states.
Well, he lives in the past.
He's still back in the 20s.
20s.
1820s. Look, the poor guy, he's over there, he's taking a nap. Can we get a camera on him napping?
He might not be taking it. He might be dead.
Is Carlo dead? If Carlo's dead, I can name him Alpha Male next week.
At least he died.
wait.
At least died with a smile on his face.
Wait, we're off next week, so we can't name him Alpha Male next week. But the following week, if he's dead, we can name him Alpha Male in a week.
Yeah.
But only if he's dead. If he's alive, he's not getting the honor.
And we can call him a stiff.
He is a bit stiff. What's that smell? Maybe he is dead. Because you got to figure he'd be snoring by now.
See, he's the opposite of me. I'm a composer. He's a decomposer.
That's true. He's the opposite of you. He's asleep and you're awake 24 hours a day. 2, 3 in the morning. I'm getting porn videos from Paul Veneer.
2, 3 in the
like,
morning.
Yeah, I'm getting Jill Kelly videos and everything. I'm like, really? It's 3 in the morning.
I
get
never sent the Jill Kelly video.
Hang on.
Julianne.
Yeah, that's it. Julianne. What's the difference?
Big difference.
Somebody's thanking Paul for something.
Well, you're welcome. Whatever I did.
I don't know. There she is.
Makes you want to take a sauna, don't it?
It does. I don't want to ever leave the sauna. That poor girl would never get out.
Come on in.
Who is it? Somebody's just knocking to come in and then standing in the hallway. Hey, look at that. It is just about that time of the month, people.
Oh, wow.
But we had a great show tonight. I want everyone to have a great 4th of July. Everyone have fun, party hard.
Be safe.
Don't drink and drive because Ruben needs the Uber money to pay for the Sprint This way we can broadcast live at Labor Day weekend. But that would be great. Jay, just in time for us to sign off. Way to go, buddy. But you can always watch the replay on Facebook Live. Or Gene lies and says he plays this on Saturdays, but he doesn't. Yeah, he does sometimes. But yeah, it doesn't play because, you know, he's only in charge of engineering. Why would he? I don't know. All I know is I got cupcakes sitting in front of me. It's 1 minute to 8, so it is time to wrap it up. Everybody have a great July 4th weekend. I will see you in 2 weeks. We are off next week. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your time on 4th of July. Enjoy the 2 weekends coming up. Do what you can. Party hard. And I will see everyone in 2 weeks right back here on the Alpha Male Show. Love you all, and God bless America.